Hola, damas and caballeros. Today we're gonna talk about Git and another basic steps like push, pull, and stash. When you're working with your project and you would like to share your changes of your project or any of your ideas with the rest of the world, you can do it via Git. Instead of sending files via Skype or any other weird way, the smart guys have invented Git, and this is what we're gonna use to share our changes with your collaborators, co-workers, or whoever wants to see our code. So this is our repo that we've created in previous lesson, and today we're gonna add some changes to this repo. And try to push it first, and then try to receive it from a remote server. So this is our repo. Here we have only the README file, which we have been created automatically by Git. And let's say that we've created a new file, something like some program .txt. It can be any other extension, it's just for the example. And here I type something like console.log1 and console.log2. So I finished my changes. I want to add them. And here, as you can see, the new changes appears. Some uncommitted changes that I've just added. You can see here the list of my changes. This is what I just currently added. And if I want to push them into the remote repository, so other people or collaborators of this repo would like to receive it as well, I need to stage these changes, add some commit messages. Let's say my first commit, and then commit the changes. I've committed the changes, but it only means that I've approved them. I confirm that this changes is okay, but they're still only on my local computer. So nobody except me can see them. And of course, only if I'm sitting on this computer. So if I want them to push to the server, so if I want them to be on the server, I need to push them by using this button push. That will automatically mean that these changes will go to the server and we can see it on the servers, and other people who have an access to our repo will see them. Because right now, if we open this repo, you can see that there is nothing on the readme.md, even though I have committed these changes. So if I want them on the server, I need to press push. It will take some time. Pushed successfully. So now if we open our repo, reload it, we can see our changes, some program.txt. So this is how you can add your changes to the server. Now let's say that somebody who is working in the same branch as we do, in the master branch, have added some changes and we would like to receive them. So in this case, let's say that somebody decided to modify this file and typed a couple of the other lines of the code. And let's say he removed one of our line. So here we commit message. Now they're automatically on the server. We can see them in our test repo. And now if we go to the GitKraken, and I'm gonna wait a little bit, or probably just reload the GitKraken. It will be much easier, I suppose. We can see that we have some changes. You see that there is this little computer icon and the icon that's called a region. This is actually what can show you what is your current version and what is the version on the server. So since our computer icon a little bit lower than our origin icon, that means that we have some changes on the server which we don't have locally, because if you open locally your file, you still will see these two lines that we've created during our previous push. So we can take a look at this. We can take a look at this line. As you can see, we can see information about the committed that happened on the server, who made it. Also, we can see the changes. As you can see, the line console log 2 was removed and 2 new lines have been added. So if we would like to receive these changes, we need to press pull this time, which means that we will upload the changes from the server and we will have them locally. So we press pull, successfully pulled, as we can see. And now if we open our file, we can see the latest changes which we've made on the server. And now our local version, since our computer icon on the same level as our origin icon, we have the latest version. So now let's imagine a situation when, for example, since you two working, I mean you and your guy from the GitHub, you're working in the same branch, you're doing some changes, and there is happened some situation when you've made the changes and another guy made the changes, and you would like somehow to merge them all together, despite the fact that you are in the same branch. I'm not talking about the situation when you're working at the different branches. We are gonna talk about this a little bit later. So let's say that here someone created a new file. Let's say test file 2, some message up there. I commit this new file, and in the same time I've created another file locally. Sorry, my bad. I've created a new file called test file number 2, and put some information up there as well. Hello 2. So I keep the changes up there. My server have the changes up there. So as you can see, what has happened up there? We have some changes on our local computer, which we just created, and our friend, actually we've created another changes on the server. So you can see the conflict of interests, or interest in conflict, when we have the changes and we would like to keep them, but there is a new version have arrived on the server. And how to do this, because we cannot do it pull normally, or at least we're afraid to lose our changes. And in this case, the magic trick of the GitKraken, which might help us to save our changes and have the changes from the server. So we can use so-called stash. It's some kind of this special storage where you can keep your current uncommitted changes. So you click stash. Now, as you can see, they have been in stashed. So we don't have, when they're in stash, you don't have them locally. It's like they've been cancelled and moved to this secure storage. So it's like you've didn't make any commits. After that, you press pull to receive the latest version, and then pop your changes from the stash. Here we are. It's like we didn't do any changes. We have the latest version, and we now can commit our changes like it wasn't anything wrong before. Commit number 2. Commit the message. Don't forget to press push to have them on the server. And in this case, as you can see, we received the changes from our collaborator, and also we've committed our own changes. And our guy, our friend, can receive them as well by doing the same steps. And as well, we have them on the server, as you can see. So this is basic steps via GitKraken. Subscribe to the channel, ask questions if there is still something that you don't understand, and have a good code.